Question 1. What is Msbi? Microsoft Business Intelligence. Answer. And Microsoft Business Intelligence (BI) is a suite of products and tools that you can use to monitor, analyze and plan your business by using scorecards, dashboards, management reporting and analytics. Question 2. What are the tools in Msbi? Answer. It contains the following tools: SQL Server Analysis Services (SSAS), SQL Server Integration Services (SSIS), SQL Server Reporting Services (SSRS), Performance Point Services (PPS), which was added as a free service in Microsoft Office SharePoint 2010. Question 3. What is SSIS? How it related with SQL Server? Answer. SQL Server Integration Services (SSIS) is a component of SQL Server which can be used to perform a wide range of data migration and ETL operations. SSIS is a component in Msbi process of SQL Server. This is a platform for integration and workflow applications. It is known for a fast and flexible OLTP and OLAP extensions used for data extraction, transformation and loading (ETL). The tool may also be used to automate maintenance of SQL Server databases and multidimensional data sets. Question 4. What are the tools associated with SSIS? Answer. We use Business Intelligence Development Studio (BIDS) and SQL Server Management Studio (SSMS) to work with development of SSIS projects. We use SSMS to manage the SSIS packages and projects. Question 5. What is a workflow in SSIS? Answer. Workflow is a set of instructions on to specify the program executor on how to execute tasks and containers within SSIS packages. Question 6. What is the control flow? Answer. A control flow consists of one or more tasks and containers that execute when the package runs. To control order or define the conditions for running the next task or container in the package control flow, we use precedence constraints to connect the tasks and containers in a package. A subset of tasks and containers can also be grouped and run repeatedly as a unit within the package control flow. SQL Server 2005 Integration Services (SSIS) provides three different types of control flow elements: containers that provide structures in packages, tasks that provide functionality, and precedence constraints that connect the executables, containers, and tasks into an ordered control flow. Question 7. What is processing? Answer. Processing is a critical and resource-intensive operation in the data warehouse lifecycle and needs to be carefully optimized and executed. Analysis Services 2005 offers a high-performance and scalable processing architecture with a comprehensive set of controls for database administrators. We can process an OLAP database, individual cube, dimension, or a specific partition in a cube. Question 8. What is a data flow? Answer. A data flow consists of the sources and destinations that extract and load data, the transformations that modify and extend data, and the paths that link sources, transformations, and destinations. The data flow task is the executable within the SSIS package that creates, orders, and runs the data flow. A separate instance of the data flow engine is opened for each data flow task in a package. Data sources, transformations, and data destinations are the three important categories in the data flow. Question 9. How does error handling work in SSIS? Answer. When a data flow component applies a transformation to column data, extracts data from sources, or loads data into destinations, errors can occur. Errors frequently occur because of unexpected data values. Type of typical errors in SSIS: data connection errors, which occur in case the connection manager cannot be initialized with the connection string. This applies to both data sources and data destinations along with control flows that use the connection strings. Data transformation errors, which occur while data is being transformed over a data pipeline from source to destination. Expression evaluation errors, which occur if expressions that are evaluated at runtime perform invalid. Question 10. What is environment variable in SSIS? Answer. An environment variable configuration sets a package property equal to the value in an environment variable. Environmental configurations are useful for configuring properties that are dependent on the computer that is executing the package. Question 11. How to log SSIS executions? Answer. SSIS includes logging features that write log entries when runtime events occur and can also write custom messages. This is not enabled by default. Integration Services supports a diverse set of log providers, and gives you the ability to create custom log providers. The Integration Services log providers can write log entries to text files, SQL Server Profiler, SQL Server, Windows Event Log, or XML files. Logs are associated with packages and are configured at the package level. Each task or container in a package can log information to any package log. The tasks and containers in a package can be enabled for logging even if the package itself is not. Question 12. How do you deploy SSIS packages? Answer. Building SSIS projects provides a deployment manifest file. We need to run the manifest file and decide whether to deploy this onto file system or onto SQL Server (MSDB). SQL Server deployment is very faster and more secure than file system deployment. Alternatively, we can also import the package from SSMS from file system or SQ Server. Question 13. What are variables and what is variable scope? Answer. Variables store values that a SSIS package and its containers, tasks, and event handlers can use at runtime. The scripts in the script task and the script component can also use variables. The precedence constraints that sequence tasks and containers into a workflow can use variables when their constraint definitions include expressions. Integration Services supports two types of variables: user-defined variables and system variables. User-defined variables are defined by package developers, and system variables are defined by integration services. You can create as many user-defined variables as a package requires, but you cannot create additional system variables. Question 14. What is the need for SSAS component? Answer. Analysis Services is the only component in SQL Server using which we can perform analysis and forecast operations. SSAS is very easy to use and interactive. Faster analysis and troubleshooting. Ability to create and manage data warehouses. Apply efficient security principles. Question 15. Explain the two-tier architecture of SSAS. Answer. SSAS uses both server and client components to supply OLAP and data mining functionality by applications. The server component is implemented as a Microsoft Windows service. Each instance of analysis services implemented as a separate instance of the Windows service. Clients communicate with analysis services using the standard the XML for analysis, protocol for issuing commands and receiving responses, exposed as a web service. Question 16. What are the components of SSAS? Answer. An OLAP engine is used for enabling fast ad hoc queries by end users. A user can interactively explore data by drilling, slicing or pivoting. Drilling refers to the process of exploring details of the data. Slicing refers to the process of placing data in rows and columns. Pivoting refers to switching categories of data between rows and columns. In OLAP, we will be using what are called as dimensional databases. Question 17. What is FASMI? Answer. A database is called a OLAP database if the database satisfies the FASMI rules. Fast analysis is defined in the OLAP scenario in 5 seconds or less. Shared must support access to data by many users in the factors of sensitivity and write-backs. Multidimensional. The data inside the OLAP database must be multidimensional in structure. Information. The OLAP database must support large volumes of data. Question 18. What languages are used in SSAS? Answer. Structured Query Language (SQL), Multidimensional Expressions (MDX), and Industry Standard Query Language oriented towards analysis. Data Mining Extensions (DMX), and Industry Standard Query Language oriented toward data mining. Analysis Services Scripting Language (ASSL), used to manage analysis services database objects. Question 19. How cubes are implemented in SSAS? Answer. Cubes are multidimensional models that store data from one or more sources. Cubes can also store aggregations. SSAS cubes are created using the Cube Wizard. We also build dimensions when creating cubes. Cubes can see only the DSV, logical view. Question 20. What is the difference between a derived measure and a calculated measure? Answer. The difference between a derived measure and a calculated measure is when the calculation is performed. A derived measure is calculated before aggregations are created, and the values of the derived measure are stored in the cube. A calculated measure is calculated after aggregations are created, and the values of a calculated measure aren't stored in the cube. The primary criterion for choosing between a derived measure and a calculated measure is not efficiency, but accuracy.